We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the New York Giants. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Giants offense with their second-year QB leading the way. Now his first full season at the helm, Jackson Dart.
Once he hit the field his rookie season, he brought some true excitement to his team and to his fan base. I love his aggressiveness, but has to learn to protect himself. But this guy, he goes all out on every possession.
In motion, the tight end. On play action, here's Dart. He'll buy some time right. Their first play from scrimmage was a pickup of 13.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing his Dart. And that's caught inside the 35. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
And this offense has come out swinging here in the early going. They pick up a nice chunk on that pitch and catch. And the two of them have this offense moving in the right direction to start this game.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. In motion goes the tight end. Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scatterbury. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment defense.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Jackson Dart, 14 yards. And the Giants put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Giants 7.
A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was finished off by the 14-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. A nice little juke. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former fourth-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
Another big season last year when he threw for over 4,500 yards for the third time in his career. He's a big-time performer, but right now, all he's thinking about is having much more success come playoff time.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Off the draw, here's Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Abdul Carter just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Prescott. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st. And pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Brandon Aubrey on for the Cowboys field goal. A 60-yard attempt.
And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
The Giants going back to work as you get a look at their offensive coordinator, Matt Nagy. His guys have the first half lead here as they try to find some ways to attack this defense. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And he's corralled, but but not before getting it inside the 35. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Dart going to give to Scatteroo. That's about as exciting of a 1-yard run as you're going to see. Finding a way to dodge that first would-be tackler. But again, just 1 yard out of it.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To throw, Dart. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Throwing, Dart. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now, a 3-point swing right there.
Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Cowboys set to get back to work. There's a look at Clayton Adams, their offensive coordinator. His guys trail here in this first half, and now they'll focus on trying to get some points on this upcoming drive. Play action now. Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And now fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
To Ryan Floyd. 5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Prescott now. And the giant reach gets home as down he goes. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Now Austin. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. In motion, Slayton. He'll get that to his tight end, Theo Johnson. And he's got this down to the 35. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
Well, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well where you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
They'll run. This is Tyrone Tracy. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Those are some of the easiest yards this quarterback will ever throw for. He gets it to his man behind the line of scrimmage and then lets him do the rest. He wasn't able to break it for a huge gain, but it was enough for the first down.
First down, here's Scatteroo. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Brought down on the play by Deron Bland. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Dart going to look to throw here. Oh, and that is incomplete. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. To the air, Dart. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll start on the ground with Scatteroo. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Cowboys' 10-yard line.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. From the gun, here's Dart. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They'll try to throw for it with Dart. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Looking to throw, Prescott. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
From the 31, here comes second and a yard.
Now Prescott. Finding Pickens for another catch. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Throw right side here going to be incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. And again, it's Prescott. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Under pressure, they got him again. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Here's Austin. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
It's a pickup of 3.
Darian Kendrick brings him down. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. $10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
To throw is Prescott. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
And that'll be incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now 2nd and 5. Prescott to throw it. They'll swing this out to Blue. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Throwing, Prescott. Quick throw there is incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
The blitz doesn't always have to get home to be effective. They knew the offense had a long way to go to pick up the first down, so they forced the ball out quick and then rallied to the football to force 4th down.
So on 4th down, Prescott off, and on is Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. And his kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
Cowboys 3.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Giants offense and their running back getting set to go once more. Looking to put a drive together. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. An inside run with Scatterby. And this will be a Giants first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Scatterby. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. On play action, here's Dart. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down.
But you do need to know as a young quarterback that if you're going to spread the field, the ball's got to come out quick. And you have to know where to go with the football, really, in pre-snap. Identify where you want to go and get rid of it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll dump this off to Scatterby. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford, as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
Here's Prescott. This one swung out to Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Lamb in motion left. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 65 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And he checks this one down to Williams. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Here's a quick throw by Dak, complete out wide. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They weren't running RPOs when this quarterback first entered the league, but his adaptability is one of the reasons he has stuck around for as long as he has. He hasn't just learned to run these more modern plays. He's put in the extra work to excel at them.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Touchdown, Dallas.
Javonte Williams, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
That ties the game at 10.
So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown. This one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The New York set to take the field. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown. All tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Looking to put a drive together. In motion, Slayton. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
That's to the sideline and incomplete. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. To throw now, Dart. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 41. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams head out for this next drive. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. This is 1st and 10. Now Dak. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Here's 2nd down. Now Prescott. Here's one deep for Pickens. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense has been so stingy all game long. No reason to think it's suddenly going to open up now. They took their shot, but this, like many others, falls incomplete.
Well, the crowd here at MetLife Stadium in full roar. 3rd down. To throw, Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Prescott. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Up the middle, it's Williams. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
A 3-yard pickup, and it's third down.
Big play looming here. This is 3rd and 7 with a crowd on their feet. Here's Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Two timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
So a big one coming here for Brandon Aubrey. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. And now an all rest on the right foot of their kicker. He's made one and he's missed one thus far. This for the win. And his kick is indeed good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.